So I'm sitting out there, I walk out on my deck before the accident, and I walk out on the deck, and I'm standing there on the deck, and my kids are jumping off of our deck that's about 8 feet high, 8 feet off the ground, to a trampoline that's below, right? And in my smart brain I say, danger. That's dangerous, right? And then my kids heard my ego, and they're like, hey, Dad, try it. Just jump off the ledge and jump on the tramp. And my intellect says, no, because see, that's how people die. And Daddy doesn't want to die because Mommy would be devastated. And my intellect says, yeah, we don't do that. That's how we die. And my ego says to me, well, try it. What's the worst thing that could happen? And then my intellect says, well, I don't know. How about decapitation? How about you break something like your neck? And my ego says, you're a wuss. And my kids must have heard that, because my kids are like, Dad, do it unless you're afraid. Okay, get off the tramp. Everyone off the tramp. Daddy's jumping. Daddy's jumping. Move off the tramp, everybody. So I decide I'm going to jump off the ledge. Now, by the way, the deck is 8 feet. If you get on the banister, the railing, it's about 12 feet-ish. So I'm now 12 feet off the trampoline. Okay, now I gotta let you in on a secret. For those of you that aren't from Utah, it snows here. I don't know if you've heard, we have the greatest snow on earth. All right here. And it lands on my trampoline. Now a lot of people in Utah take their trampolines down in the winter because it will stretch your trampoline. I've never done that. Okay? I will from here forward, but I have never done it. And I haven't done it because I never saw a need for it, because I don't really even jump on my trampoline. And my kids love it because our trampoline is very stretchy, loosey-goosey. They can jump all over. They love it. They also weigh 60 pounds, okay? They're malnourished. And so I'm sitting there not thinking about the stretchiness of my trampoline. I'm thinking all I'm going to do is just step off onto the trampoline. I will then catch myself like you do, like this. This is the universal sign of catching yourself. And I was going to do that. And then my kids would be like in awe. Wow, Dad's incredible. Did you see him land that? That was my thought. Okay? So I decide I'm going out there, I'm going to do it. As I'm looking down on the tramp, got everyone off because I didn't want anyone to die. And I decide I'm not going to jump in the middle of the trampoline. Because if I jump in the middle, my momentum will carry me off. And I will then have to land on the hard Mother Earth. By the way, notice a female. And so I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to jump closer to the edge. Okay? And I'm not that stupid either, ladies, that I'm going to jump on the springs. Duh. That would be dumb. And that would hurt like a mother, by the way. By the way, another female. And well, there's a theme here. And so I'm going to just jump kind of about a foot, 2 feet in from the springs. And then I was going to go up, and then I was going to kind of go just over center. I thought it all out. And then I was just going to catch myself like that. And then my kids would stand up like, and the crowd would cheer. That was the idea. And so it's my turn. I'm going to do it. No big deal. And my ego's like, yeah, nail it. And my intellect is like, rest in peace, Brother Townsend. You will now die right here. So we tried to shut that one up. So I take the step off, and right when I was off, I thought, no. That's all I thought was, no, we're not doing that. But the funny thing is once you're off, there's no more no's. It's all yes. I didn't know that. I didn't think that went through. So I'm falling, and I'm like, no big deal. What you're going to do is you're going to hit, and I hit. Okay, by the way, coolest news ever. I nailed it. I nailed the little imaginary X that I wanted to hit. I nailed it. Okay, that is the only good news of the whole story. I nailed it. And then what I noticed is as I'm going down, there was like no pushback. There was like no resistance, like pushing up against me. Weird. So like, why is there no resistance? And your brain starts calculating. You're losing altitude, and there's no grabby grab on the trampy tramp. So there's no grabby grab, and I keep going down, and my brain's like 3 feet, 2.5 feet, 2 feet, 1.5 foot, 1, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. No grabby grab on the boom! And I hit Mother Earth. She's a very solid woman. Which was bad in that moment. It was very bad. But worse was the bolts of lightning that shot up my spinal cord and my mouth slamming shut. And all I heard was ringing. Okay, and I'm sure it wasn't the phone. And then the next thing I was thinking is, ouch! That hurt! And then I realized my body had been redirected to about 45 degrees, which in and of itself is not a problem, unless you're pulled taut in a springy device. And there was this moment of, oh, jeez. And the next thing I heard was, foink! And now I'm heading like a bullet off of my trampoline, and I only could look down at my kids that were in awe. So I knew I was making a memory. So half of my goal was accomplished, and now I'm flying, and I'm thinking, ah, geez, my intellect says, this is where you're gonna die. And my ego says, shut it, you stupid intellect. My ego just says, look how smart the male ego is. It just says, land it. Land it. Come on. Christy Yamaguchi. Is she a gymnast? She's a skater, yeah. Well, that's all I thought was Christy Yamaguchi. Which is pretty much why it didn't work. Because if this was ice, I would have nailed it. But I didn't. So I'm flying, and I'm thinking, land it. Just land it. Okay, I'm going to land it. And as I'm flying, my head starts to get below my feet, which makes landing it near impossible. So I'm flying, my head's going down, my feet are going up, my intellect says, oh, you're gonna have a spinal cord injury. Thank you, left brain. My right brain says, shh, shh, just run it off on your hands. Run it off on your hands. Because how hard could it be to stop your massive body by just catching it on your hands at 45 miles an hour? Then run it off and then flip over like do Yamaguchi and then land on your feet and then give it one of these. I was sure I was going to do that. And yeah, just run it off. Run it off on your hands. I'll do that. And then I'm kind of getting really down where my head is like totally down and my feet are totally up, and now my arms aren't, they're not out in front of me. They're just kind of behind me. And now I can't run it off on my hands. And I'm a foot off the ground. And I think, oh boy, this is gonna hurt. That's my left brain. My right brain says, shh, relax. You'll be fine. Just use your face. Run it off on your jaw and your cheek. But close your eyes so you're not blinded by the grass coming in your eyes at 500 miles an hour. I'm like, that is such a good idea. And then my ego says, hey, shh, dude, one more thing. When you hit, don't make that sissy grunt noise that you made when your feet hit the ground and all the air evacuated from your system. Because that's not manly. And I'm like, you're so cool! And I hit, skidded across the grass with my feet curled up behind me. Nothing more manly than that. Skidded across the grass, my feet curled up, and then right before they fell down and hit the ground, my ego woke up and said, get up. Get up, get up, get up. You look so stupid, kid. You look so stupid, get up. So I immediately popped up. I couldn't feel anything. And blood was squirting out my leg. And my kids were like, they're like, you're bleeding down. I'm like, shut up! Get out of here. Shut up. Your mom's gonna kill you. Don't tell Mom. Mom does not need to know about this. This is just between us kids. And I went inside, just dead. And then for some reason I needed a nap. I felt real sleepy. So I went and took a nap, and my wife came in. What should she say to maintain my ego? What should she say? You know what she would say. She'd just come in and say, oh, you are such a stud. Oh my gosh. I've never seen a man more manly than you are. You big, bold stud. Yamaguchi. She didn't say any of that. You know what she said? What's wrong with your face? But what? No, the other side where all the grass and dirt is. Yeah, I've been working in the yard. Yeah, I heard you were really working the yard. It was funny. Why'd you do that? Why? Why? Why is she asking me why? Why? Because she's evil. You know why she's asking? Why? She wants me to talk. What does she want me to say? I'm an idiot! Pulled off a Yamagoo. Didn't even get to the cheek. Just gooed it right up all over the lawn. It was gooey. Hurt like a mother. Are we gonna, by the way, am I gonna want to talk about this? No, just, do we have a gun? Give my gun. We don't have a gun, honey. Go buy me a gun. Daddy needs to put himself out right now. You want to bet that it's not how much sex you have with your husband that's really the issue. Well, the Joneses say they do it 3 times a week. The Joneses are freaks, okay? They're freak shows. I'm on the internet every day. I asked my fan club and they said, you're a loser. It's twice annually.